Okay, since there's a lot of information in the collective right now about repeating old limiting belief systems, and we're getting more conscious of using our minds and brains as computers and seeing how we play out these old scripts. So is there a quick way to jump into a more expanded belief?
Well, we talked about that here today, how law of attraction holds you there. Mm-hmm. It's easy to understand how a limited belief or any belief can hold you, because all a belief is a thought that you keep thinking. Mm-hmm. And all a thought that you keep thinking is a thought that you practice long enough to activate the vibration, so law of attraction's keeping it going. So, as we said earlier, let yourself off the hook, and instead of saying, I have a limited belief, instead say, I focused long enough on this thought that law of attraction brought me more of it, and so I keep looking at it. In other words, I don't have a belief problem, I have a focusing weakness.
Wow.
I focus on what's loudest instead of on what feels best.
Wow.
That's powerful. It's a squeaking wheel thing, isn't it? I focus on what's loudest instead of on what feels best. Think about that even with your children. Often, when they're the most unhappy, then you deal with it. If we were standing in your physical shoes, our children would receive our undivided attention when they're joyful, and they'd get nothing from us otherwise. Because we wouldn't go out of the vortex to play with them. But in fairness to the children, most of the time they're out of the vortex is because you were out first. Children woke up in the vortex. It was Henri Mom they encountered, you see, or Henri Teacher that they encountered. Children are much more likely to be in the vortex. Now, that's not to say that they don't have their moments too, and let's forgive them for having them because they were born to do that. But when you get all of this into perspective, don't you feel empowered? Don't you like knowing about your vortex? Don't you like knowing who you really are? Don't you like knowing what your emotions tell you? Don't you like knowing that you can think the thought that you choose? Don't you like letting yourself off the hook by saying, well, this thought's easier to think because I've been thinking it longer, but now I recognize, now that I'm aware of how I feel, that this thought that's easier to think isn't serving me very well. So because I care about how I feel, because I care about my alignment, because I care about my influence to others, because I care about teaching from inside the vortex, I'm going to bite the bullet a little bit, and I'm going to choke on some of those stories, and I'm going to tell better feeling stories. What trips so many of you up is that it sounds like we're saying, stop thinking that and start thinking that. And in fairness, friends, that's not possible. If that is way over there feeling that bad, you don't have access to what's way over there feeling that good. You've got to sort of warm up to it. So what you do is you reach for the best feeling thought you can find, the best feeling thought you can find, until you train yourself into better feeling thoughts. And we really have to say to you that it shouldn't be the struggle that so many of you make it out to be, because every time you shift the thought, your indicators shift too. So when you feel a little better, life gets a little better. And when you feel a little better still, life gets a little better still. And when you feel a little better, life gets a little better still. And all of you would move quickly into the vortex if you would mind your own business and only pay attention to what you're thinking and feeling and what's coming back to you. But you're so interested in what others are doing and what others are thinking that you don't allow yourself the momentum. You start the momentum and then you say, oh, look over there. Someone's suffering. Oh. And then you say, oh, this doesn't feel good. Oh, look over there. Something else is wrong. And we say, don't do that. Okay. Get in the vortex. Demand that you be in the vortex. Demand of yourself that you be more in the vortex. Take ownership of who you really are. You're really brilliant, beautiful, frisky, good-feeling, healthy, prosperous beings. That's who you are. And anything less than that is screwy. Anything less than that is a fraudulent, fake, bogus reality. Bogus, 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 bogus. Not reality, not reality, not reality, not reality, not reality, not reality. You say, yes, it is. Look, reality all around it. Not the reality that we know, not the reality that we came for, not the reality that you came for, not what we all signed on for, not the reality. This is the reality. Make this your reality. Turn yourself in this direction. Find the feeling peaks of this. Train yourself into this frequency. Blend with this. Be this. Exude this. Give the example of this. Let this be what others are understanding, and let them outside the vortex say, look over there, look over there, look what they're doing, look how they're thriving, look how they're prospering, look how they're feeling. I want that. You be the dominant influencer, you see. Yes.
We're all shining life stars. Thank you.